Okay. This is like the third time that I tried this. Welcome to my United States President's inauguration days. Well, decided to go into looking into all the inauguration days because for some reason they kind of tell you the presidency anyways. Things that I already discovered in the last video that I recorded. Let's just go straight into that so I could just dive in that. So, first of all, this is the page, United States presidential inaugurations. I think it's pretty cool. Like I said, the first one happened in April 30th, 1789. Then I noticed that they kept doing it on March 4th, which falls on a Sunday. And then eventually it switches to January 20th. It doesn't say, but I really wanted to see why it's happening anyways. And we're going to show you that why maybe in this episode. Anyways, let's go down. So you can see the first one. So the first one, obviously, George Washington. Let's go look at it. Bam! I already have it open for us because I already did a video. But anyways, so I freaking love it. First of all, Uranus is in Leo, 0 degrees in the rising sign. So this is the first inauguration. Uranus rules groups of people. Leo rules the leader, obviously. And since it's a Leo rising, because it happened at noon, we know this. It puts the sun in Taurus at 10 degrees, which is the Capricorn, building foundations. Sun is already the leader in the 10th house, the electing of the leader. I think Venus might be too close, but hey, what the heck? There's this good transits besides that, right? We can't have everything. Well, they obviously can. Another cool last thing is I have Mars and Mercury in the ninth house. I feel like that's a great placement. One, Mars is in its rightful sign, conjoined Mercury is great for public speaking, ceremonies. Hello, I have it. Shout out to me. Anyways, I also like this again because it's like a Dharma houses. They have a lot of planets already going on in the Dharma houses, and they're like action planets in this Dharma house. Like we have Uranus in the first house, then we have Mars in the ninth house, which they're determined, right? Then another cool thing that I see is, for instance, look at the damn nodes. The North Node, which is destiny, is in the fourth house, and obviously we were building a nation, a home. It's at 29 degrees again, bringing that Leo energy, the leader, and it's the eclipse that are happening now, so I'm onto something. I really know I am. Oh my god. Anyways, but I'm gonna find out what happened that day when the nodes went into 29 degrees. We're gonna go back. Anyways, back to the other cool thing that it has here. We have Jupiter at 22 degrees Cancer, which is exalted, which is in a conjunction to the moon, which is an amazing yoga that the Vedic astrology says. Because the moon rules the people, conjoining Jupiter is noble. So this is they're trying to build, obviously, which is in a trine to Saturn, a noble class within this nation, which would be like the headquarters, which is literally our president in charge. Which, if you really notice, look at the stellium in that ninth house Placidus, right? Again, this is something kind of karmic because obviously we're building a nation, so this is not nothing new under the sun. We probably done this before. What else? See, then we have Pluto right on a descendant line, which gotta be very powerful into the fact that their future is powerful. This is why I was telling you that the seventh house rules where we're going, the path that we choose, and Pluto being there is pretty intense, meaning that their path is with many, many people. Pluto rules other people, right? So I think those are pretty cool. Shout out to them. Anyways, I found some cool videos. The last video, if you didn't watch it or not, it was about Franklin D. Roosevelt. He has 4 terms. I only got to 3 because I was trying to make these videos short. So we're going to try to finish Franklin on this one. And we're going to get into Harry S. Truman, which is the president right after. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so who do we have here? Okay, so let's first of all, I found this. Like I said, I found this video, so let's watch it real quick. It summarizes like really fast, and I like that. Right now, I'm playing a video that summarizes um, Franklin D. Roosevelt's journey, and it's 1 minute. Okay, this is the part that I got into. Okay, 60-second presidents. You can look it up on YouTube. I think they're cool. And let me show you. Yes, this is January 20th, 1945. Let's just make sure. Blah blah blah. Where are we? Yes, that's his last one. Okay, so what I find interesting is that during the new noon, it actually has Aries in the rising, and it's usually Taurus. So I knew something significant about him. So if you notice, first of all, it has a lot of cardinal placements. Literally, every cardinal house is full. Literally, so everything's in Libra, everything's in Cancer, Aries, and Capricorn. Now, if you also want to notice, a cool thing is I have a lot of 17 degrees. So I got the North Node at 17 degrees. Sorry, Leo degrees. Then we got Saturn at 5 degrees, which is emphasizing a lot on the leader. So, and then we have Saturn in the nodes. This is pretty fucking karmic. Saturn is like past life karma onto the people of the United States, obviously. Cancer isn't a Cancer. Saturn in Cancer. Think about, first of all, it's in a weak placement. Saturn in Cancer, think about it like the opposite of Capricorn is the structure already completely filled. So when Saturn is in Cancer, remember they're slowly building their structure. America at that time, they're rebuilding the economy. Plus, he's already trying, and there's a war staggering. So the people are nervous, okay? And then basically Saturn in Cancer, you just feel responsible over the people, and that's how he acted. Like it was his duty to make sure that they had the right stuff. That's what he did as a president. Anyways, so another thing that I saw is, if you notice, now looking for, because it's about the leader, he obviously is gonna pass, right? If you notice, we have Jupiter in Virgo 6. He was already sick. Is making placements to that sun, and then is making aspects to that moon in 25 degrees Aries. So it's interesting because he is a Virgo rising, and that moon in Aries was that into that eighth house of him. It's pretty interesting because this is all about him. If you notice, actually, he dies literally 3 months, 4 months after that. He dies April 12th, 1945, and they put Harry S. Truman. So Harry S. Truman, he was a man. First of all, he didn't even have a college degree. He was the only president that didn't have one. Let's see, what was it again? Again, he died. And mind you, he died April. The moon was in Aries, and he died April season. Let's see. Where was it again? April 12th, 1945. April 12th, 1945. 1945, 12 noon. Okay. Let's see. Was it in... Yes, it was in the White House. Okay. So now we have the sun is... So look at this big ass Aries house conjunction. We got the sun. We have Mercury retrograde. Mind you, like I said, FDR was a Virgo rising. We have the moon in Aries, which he got elected moon in Aries. Well, again, his last term, and then he dies on a moon in Aries. That's crazy and significant as fuck. And Venus is in retrograde, so which is also the ruler of his second house. And in Vedic astrology, usually they say transits to both of these houses, the second house and the eighth house, can and the first house is very intense for a person. Okay, let's see what else. Mm, that day aspects. Anyway, let's see. He only was in term for a little bit. Anyways, let's see what else. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's watch this other video and break that down. This is my Harry S. Truman video. We're gonna break that down. So first of all, let's look at Harry S. Truman's chart real quick. He is a Libra rising with the North Node in the rising sign. And his Venus is up there in Cancer with Jupiter. That's so interesting because America has that in the first, like, that's interesting because Jupiter's in Cancer in both charts. They didn't have the moon. He doesn't have the moon, but he has the Venus. Okay, so let's see what does happen. What else? Venus. Where's Venus? Venus is in Cancer. Okay. You see, wrong video. All right. So first of all, real quick, he started here. He didn't last there in, let's see what else. 1940. Is it 1940? Where the hell is it at? Okay, so he was only president after that for a couple more months. Let's see. We have Uranus in the 12th house. So these are ideas that were already coming up. He's a Cancer rising. Okay. He has Saturn, the ruler of his 7th house, 8th house. The reason why he got up there, it was because of the death of another contract. The reason why he's in contract. And it's interesting because Saturn would be transiting over his 10th house, making him president of the United States. Right when, what, did it conjoin anything? Nope, he doesn't have, oh, he has, Saturn made an exact trine to his moon, which is the ruler of his 10th house. That's pretty fucking cool. Okay. And then, like I said, he has Uranus in the 12th house building stuff. He is the first president without a college degree, which is the Mercury, the ruler of Jupiter, conjoined, and he didn't know what he was doing. So this is brand new to him. Look, he's a new moon. That was actually like, and mind you, this, oh wow, he died under a new moon. That's crazy intense. Okay, so let's see what happens after that though. After he already has the atomic bomb, the next one, because I'm pretty sure he didn't really do much. January 20th. Let's go back to January 20th, 1949. Okay. And I have... Ooh, okay. So now that we're in this is his real presidency term. So, interesting things that I see. First of all, he has a lot of planets in Aquarius. He did something that no other president did. He started building atomic bombs. So that's pretty interesting. Mind you, that changed the course for America itself, because if you notice, it has the nodes Again in Taurus. So it's interesting. Monumental things happen when the nodes are in Taurus because especially when presidents like him are around. Again, Venus is in a conjunction with Jupiter, opposing him at that time. So let's see. He gave, excuse me, Europe. So the ninth house, all those laws that he was passing, he gave Europe and money, literally Venus, economic. He gave economy money. Okay. Let's see what else he did. Okay, so then okay, so Mars and Mercury is in Aquarius. He allowed Aquarius. I always say in Vedic astrology, they also say that Aquarius or the North Node, which is literally the same thing. The North Node represents Aquarius or Rahu, whatever you want to call it, represents black people. And it's interesting because we have Mars, the ruler of the army, or going to war, is stuff like that. Mercury is a job that they're doing. It's not that is a great fucking job, but they're going to war, and that is a job that they get paid for. So that's him breaking those segregations, I guess, if they want to call that. And then it's interesting because Moon rules the people, and Moon is a Libra. Libra rules equality, equal, being even. So let's see what else. I like the fact that I've mentioned to you guys before. I don't know if this channel or whatever, another video. Korea or Asian people, excuse me, represents Libra, right? Let's see. Also, he's the one that dropped the atomic bomb. They forgot to mention that, but yeah, Truman was the one that dropped the atomic bomb. And let's see if they say that. Let's see, admin, nobody cares. The end of World War II, he couldn't really handle that. Foreign affairs, I don't really care about that. Interesting trade, low tariff is because Venus is up there. Like I said, Venus is up in that ninth house, and trading and commerce is a thing. He changed the trading, which Mercury does rules trading, and that did affect things. I'm assuming European refugees, of course, they would be, which is interesting because Europe is a Capricorn place because they're older. If I can make, I don't know, but it's interesting because he's bringing in European refugee, atomic energy, and nuclear weapons. So yeah, that was the Uranus, which is in the second house of assets, if you really think about it like that. And then also, like I said, we have Pluto in Leo. And I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, when did he drop the atomic bombs? Escalation tensions. Beginning of the Cold War is interesting because, like I said, the Cold War was basically nations' egos, and they was trying to prove who had the bigger weapons, I guess. NATO, bunch of European crap and Asian stuff, and I don't care about things like that. We're not really dealing with Asia right now. I'll come back if we have any Libra placements. Okay, labor strikes. Do he have 2 terms? Let's find out. Crime and corruption. Okay. Oh, yes, he did. He had 2 terms. Okay, historical reputation. No. He didn't. I don't know. Am I missing something? Let me make sure. Let's Google him. Who dropped the atomic bomb? The United States. Uh, President. President Truman, of course. Yeah, duh. Yes. Because, first of all, we got Pluto in the fourth house, right? And then we have where are we? Right here. We got Pluto in the fourth house. Fourth house is land. And it's also, but this is more of like inland. So if I'm not mistaken, let's see. Maybe if let's add more lines. Let's see what happens if we add more lines. Okay. And then cut the video in this area. So, fourth house, like I said, it rules land. Pluto was in Leo. Again, this atomic bomb was dropped in Japan, which is an Asian country. I guess that's where that moon sextile thing going on to Neptune, because we dropped it on Japan, and Japan is an island, right? And then it's also, but I'm pretty sure, when does this happen? That's on August 6th, 1945. Yes. Oh, no. This is, so there has to be the one before it. So let's just go back to make sure we're not going crazy. Yes, so it has to have been April 12, 1945. Let's go back and look at that atomic bomb, and I guess we can end it there. Thank you for tuning in, but I just want to make sure we're not skipping steps. Let's go back. Okay. So let's see. We have Neptune and Lilith. Lilith also brings surprises, which is interesting. Uranus is in the 12th house, which is surprises overseas. And like I said, it's a bomb though. A bomb would be more like a Pluto thing. And I guess it's making a bunch of aspects from where it's sitting at. But Saturn is the 8th house. It caused a lot of death. But you know what, though? I was mentioning that Venus is, since Mother Earth is Taurus, Venus is a very key player to understanding what happens on Mother Earth. And it's in the 10th house in a conjunction with the Sun, who's really Mars in Pisces. And Jupiter, where's Jupiter? Jupiter's in Virgo, making an opposition with Chiron. And it's also, then we have Neptune and Libra, which is, this is like a coin, this is a quincunx. Okay. The atomic bomb, yeah. So, let's see. Yeah, besides those Uranus, because it didn't happen in our land, it happened over there. So, yeah. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Maybe in the next episode, I'll pull up the chart for the atomic bomb and finish it off there. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you got something, especially out of the other chart. Thanks.